What's going on, guys? I've been trying to make this video, man, for a while now. Um, I find it really weird. I don't know, really strange too. Also, because last time I checked, boxing is globally around the world. It's a global sport, and basically, I just feel like a lot of fans are neglecting the Japanese fighters. And they have a right to. I mean, they don't fight in the U.S. They don't get talked about. But if we gonna call a guy a world champ, we might as well just call him a United States champ because he fights in the United States. He doesn't leave his country. Doesn't fight anywhere else. Like they have European champs. Why they can't have a United States champ if you're not gonna be because we have world champions and people from here tend to neglect these guys. Um, just because you never heard of a guy and he's from Japan doesn't mean he doesn't deserve to be on the pound for pound list. Because um they fight in Japan. I mean, so what? Where they it doesn't matter where they're fighting. You know, as long as they have a world title, or as long as they have defenses, as long as they keep doing what they're supposed to be doing, then what's the problem? Um, yeah, it's just pretty much what I feel about it. These fighters don't get the credit they deserve, don't get talked about. So I'm gonna do a little talking about these guys. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of talent coming from Asia, especially Japan. You got a lot of fighters uh, doing great things for boxing. You know, guys like Yamanaka who just beat Absolino Moreno. It was a close fight. The first round, it was like really much a jab fest, a jab contest. It got real close. Both guys hurt each other. Both guys had their moments in the fight. Nevertheless, Yamanaka won. This guy has 9 defenses. He also beat Victor Tinian. He's very well known in Japan. You know what I'm saying? Very popular. So that's why he's on the pound for pound list. You know what I'm saying? The guy got 9 defenses at 118. There's besides Triple G, he's probably the only one that has that many defenses in a weight class. And he got another fight coming up too. I just saw it. I don't know who, but Yamanaka got another fight coming. So these fighters, they don't go anywhere because why should they? They're doing pretty much good. These guys are well known. You also got Inoue, who's 115 pound WBO champ. He only got 9 fights, but a lot of people really talking about him like he's a very skilled guy, and I'm gonna take their word for it. You know what I'm saying? He's tall. He could fight, man. I haven't seen none of his fights to be honest with you, but I'm going off what they heard. You know what I'm saying? These guys also commentate too, as you can see Yamanaka commentating. I think the other guy's a boxer too. I don't know his name. You know, but Yamanaka's a great fighter, man. He got 9 defenses at 118 pounds. He's doing his thing. You got a new way WBO champ. You know, the thing what I have is you also have Ushiyama, who's the 130 pound champion, the WBA super champion. Uh, Sean Newton made a video too about Japanese fighters. It was a good video, but I got on him a little bit because with Javier Fortuna, he's my favorite fighter right now. Um, he's Ushiyama's mandatory. I don't know what's the uh what's the problem with these two not fighting each other. I think uh Fortuna definitely deserves a shot. He's like the number one contender. I mean, they got this regular championship, but the regular champion, and then they got the super champion for the WBA. But it's word has it that the WBA is they're gonna cut some belts out. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna take some belts out. So probably the regular champion. But nobody, in my opinion, deserves a WBA world title shot than Javier Fortuna. He's the regular champ. He's ranked by in box rank. He's ranked third best or second best at 130 pounds. Uh, you know what I'm saying? So I got on him a little bit on Sean Newton about Ushiyama better not duck or whatever his name is. It's hard to pronounce, man. But the 130-pound champion, he shouldn't fight for tuna. You know what I'm saying? And we got a little discussion there, argument there about Fortuna. But the guy that Uchiyama Uchiyama, I don't know his name, I'm sorry guys. He he just had a fight with an 85, 86 ranked lightweight. You know what I'm saying? Got the guy out of there. So he kind of took a lightweight, made him come down to 5 pounds, and pretty much knocked him out. You know what I'm saying? I hope this fight in the future gets made. If Javier Fortuna has to go to Japan and fight Ushiyama, I don't think he has a problem with that. He shouldn't have a problem with that. I want to see more fighters go to other guys' hometown, especially guys in the U.S. Because not a lot of them. Because all these foreigners from other countries, they always come to the United States, and they always, most of the time, they get shafted, they get robbed on the cards. You know what I'm saying? So I understand from an economic standpoint that Japanese fighters they're okay with just fighting in Japan. You know, um, but yeah, man. I mean, it's just weird how these fans don't give attention to them, and in my opinion, and I'm not speaking about everybody, but I just think it's because they're Japanese. You know what I'm saying? Because not just because they're Japanese, but because they're not really fighting in the U.S. and it's understandable why. But you gotta acknowledge the fact that they're there, and they're skilled, and they should be held to a high standard. You know what I'm saying? As well, you know what I'm saying? They should be able to, uh, you know, get the credit that everybody deserves. They should be able to get acknowledged. You guys gotta acknowledge these fighters. They're great fighters, and they're here to stay. Don't neglect the red dot.